In previous videos, you guys have seen Nate make dry ice bubbles that you can actually bounce and play with. Now, Nate has a tendency to try and eat pretty much anything he can. So today we're actually gonna put a twist on those dry ice bubbles. We're gonna make them edible so you can use them for fun Halloween toppings in your drinks.
Guys, Callie's back here in the studio and she's gonna be showing us how to adapt a project we've done previously and make it a little bit more food grade.
Because you eat everything.
That's sometimes true. In the past, we've made some bubbles that we fill with dry ice vapor, and it looks really cool because it's full of just a white fog, and then they pop and it releases the fog. Callie has found a way to make those bubbles edible so we can fill them with dry ice and put them on the top of the drink so you have a sort of spooky, bubbly filled ghost drink topper. We captured some ghost souls and we put them in bubbles and we're putting those in our drinks.
That wasn't in the fine print.
That's what we're doing. Some people call it dry ice, but I call it ghost souls.
I have to go. So here's the basic idea. We're gonna be taking some pretty common kitchen ingredients. We're gonna be putting them together that will actually hold in bubble shape, fill them with dry ice, and see if we can put them on the top of some drinks. So the ingredients that we're using are pretty simple, pretty easy to find. Corn syrup and dish soap you're usually gonna find in your kitchen. Glycerin can usually be found in any baking section or pharmacy section of any department store.
We also have a good variety of sodas, which we primarily picked because they were fun colors, I'm pretty sure. First, let's do a recap. Let's make some of the regular dry ice filled bubbles, the non-edible kind, and then we can see what's different between the two once we've got them all made.
I will be surprised if you don't try and eat one of those too.
Yeah.
So for the non-edible bubbles, we're actually gonna take some dollar store bubble solution. Gonna use that for just a little bit of the base, but it's not really strong enough to make these as large as we want. So we're gonna add a few other things too. So just a little bit of this. And then if you can add probably, I would say, half a teaspoon of glycerin. There you go. We're gonna add a little bit of water. And then 2 full teaspoons of Dawn dish soap. I really made this stuff powerful. Oh, the power. Okay, let's see if it works. Hey, it works. Don't eat these ones. No. Now let's add some dry ice. And go. Add more. Add more. More. Yeah, I should do it.
It's too much, it's actually building up pressure.
No, that's actually exactly what we want. So take the lid off. So the lid is how we're going to control how fast we're building these bubbles. Build me a bubble.
Oh, just one at a time. Look at that.
Honestly, you can test a lot of different dish soaps. Dawn, for some reason, everybody agrees it works the best. Look at this, that's insane. If you do this with bare hands or rubber gloves or anything like that, the bubbles aren't really gonna stay. They want this soft fabric. And then you can pretty much not drop them. So if you want a lot of dry ice vapor very quickly, drop your dry ice into hot water. It's not gonna last as long, but you're gonna get this crazy opaque material here. This is not recommended. Nate's going to eat one of the ones that should not be eaten. How'd that taste?
Like soap.
Do you want it to taste better?
Yes.
Let's fix that.
Okay, now we're gonna start making our edible bubbles, and to do that, we're gonna start with soda. Then we're gonna take a little bit of our soda and we're gonna throw it in a pot on the stove. And the main reason for that is to just try and get all of the carbonation out of it.
So for best results, really just dump out some soda, leave it on the counter until there is no carbonation left. This tends to be a slightly faster way to do it, but we do want to avoid it boiling, and we also want to avoid it hitting any sort of caramelization stage.
We would also be able to just put it in a vacuum chamber over and suck all of the carbonation out like that.
Kind of like when you shake up a soda and then you pour it out and you lose a lot of that carbonation. The idea is to just really agitate the soda so we get rid of that carbonation. So you can see now when I'm stirring it, we're really not getting any bubbles coming to the surface. It's basically just what you would see on any liquid on the stove. That's what we're looking for. No more carbonation, so we're good to go. So we are going to be adding one similar ingredient that we added to the regular bubble solution, and that is Dawn dish soap. So while these bubbles are edible, you don't want to drink them. They're wonderful for the topping of a drink. They're wonderful if you just want to blow them and kind of catch them in the air with your tongue, but maybe don't drink the whole solution.
So let's talk about how much of the dish soap are we adding into our mixture here?
Much less than we added here. This was almost 3 tablespoons by the time we were done. This we're gonna do maybe half a tablespoon, and we're adding other ingredients as well, so that by the time you're done, it's less than a drop or so of Dawn dish soap per drink.
Probably even less than that
Yeah.
because once we've made the bubbles, the actual amount of liquid used in bubbles, it's gonna end up only being a few drops, and each of those few drops will only contain about 1 or 2% Dawn dish soap. So it's really such a small amount that it's really not a problem.
So here's what we're gonna do to make it a little bit thicker. We're gonna be adding some corn syrup, which is just augmenting the sugar that we have in the soda already, and then glycerin, which is gonna help the surface tension of the bubbles. Corn syrup, about 2 tablespoons. Glycerin, I'm gonna say less than half a tablespoon or so.
Now glycerin, like the soap, is not something that you want to eat or drink a lot of, but in very small quantities, such as we're gonna be having in the bubbles on top of our drinks, it's not gonna cause any problems.
You get a bubble, but it won't really solidify. Better than I thought, okay. So you will see that these bubbles aren't forming nearly as large as they are with a straight Dawn dish soap sort of solution. So what we're gonna do instead is we're gonna make these bubbles even smaller so that when you put them on the top of the drink filled with dried ice, it's gonna look really foamy, really frothy, and then when they pop, you're gonna get that really cool smoke effect. So the way we're gonna do that is just a small piece of craft store mesh. In case you're wondering about the bubbly taste, if you like stick your finger in this and lick it, yeah, you can taste bubbles, but I did feed a drink to my roommate without telling him what was in it, and he was fine. Nate, which drink are you choosing?
This is a strawberry pop is what it's called, and it's just got a nice red color, so we're gonna try that.
All right. Well, let's add some dry ice. Same process, so we're controlling the flow of the dry ice fog with the lid. So we're gonna go pretty slow here, so let me dip it first. All right, and go for it. Have that. Try and blow bubbles. Now we're just making a mess.
That's what I'm good at.
But a cool mess.
That is one heck of a fancy, bubbly drink.
So every single one of these is actually an edible drink. We just wanted to find the weirdest sodas possible. We've got blue,
Peach.
oh, that's peach flavor. This is,
It's a lemon lime.
that's a lemon lime. This one is grape, of all things. This was strawberry, and this is a homemade butterbeer. This one's mine.
Let's add bubbles.
Yeah. Keep going, keep going. next one. Oh, too far. Move it, move it, move it, move it. They're just, at this point, it's just becoming.
Bring the cups closer.
I know, it's
easier.
becoming one beast.
Now let's refill the ones that have gone out.
Go, go, go.
All right, so we have made some food-safe, carbon dioxide-filled bubbles, and one more thing that we want to try is this chocolate-covered maple smoked bacon-flavored soda, which sounds like the worst thing ever, but maybe that's just because I'm not Canadian, I don't know. So I'm gonna try this, and so's Callie. I would say that tastes like Tootsie Rolls mixed with burnt peanut butter. Your turn.
What is in this?
Grant, you're Canadian. Maybe you'll like this, Steph.
Chocolate covered maple smoked bacon soda.
Oh, and look underneath. Breakfast in a bottle, it says.
Yeah, no, it's a health food.
There's really nothing more Canadian than that. It's fizzy.
Yeah.
How do you describe what that tastes like, honestly?
I'm sticking with.
You know, it tastes like chocolate covered maple smoked bacon.
Yeah.
I didn't actually get any bacon flavor in there.
I wonder if anybody else has ever tried this before and can tell me what they taste. Like, is there a better description for this?
Guys, that's all for now, but we've got more for you to see. That box up at the top will take you directly to our most recent video, and you should go check that out. The other box will show you what YouTube thinks you should be watching next. And if you aren't subscribed to our channel yet, just hit this bomb to get in the club, and that way you'll never miss out on a video. Don't forget to ring that bell, and we will see you in the next one. Talk to you then.